Yo, let me ask you something real quick. You ever work your tail off, like genuinely bust your back, do everything right, and then watch some dude waltz over, take what's yours, shrug his shoulders, and act like you're the problem? Yeah, I have. Except I didn't just sit there and take it. I waited. I planned. And then I nailed that man's tool bag to the floor so hard, with 8-inch screws, that he couldn't even move it. And the best part? He never found out. It was me. Why, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to American Sleep Tales, the channel where karma always shows up right on time, and the revenge is always satisfying. If you are new here, bro, you picked the perfect night to pull up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, smash that notification bell, because we are dropping 2 brand new stories every single day, and you do not want to miss a single one. Alright y'all, lights down, get comfortable, because this story right here, this one's gonna make you want to stand up and slow clap. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we get into the revenge, and trust me, the revenge is worth it, I need you to understand the world this story takes place in, because context is everything. Picture a construction site, not some small renovation job, not some backyard project. I'm talking a full-scale, multi-story, wood-framed apartment complex. 5 floors of raw lumber, exposed beams, nail guns screaming, power saws ripping through wood, dust hanging in the air like fog, boots crunching over sawdust and debris with every single step. It's loud, it's physical, it's demanding, and it is absolutely not for the faint of heart. Now picture our narrator. Let's call her Jordan. Jordan has been doing this for years. Years. She knows this industry inside and out. She knows how to read blueprints, how to frame walls, how to navigate a job site with her eyes half closed. She is not new. She is not lost. She is not asking for anybody's help. She is good at what she does. But here's the thing about Jordan's world that you gotta understand before anything else. She is almost always, almost every single day, the only woman on the job site. Let that land. Now I know some of y'all are like, okay, so what? That's just how construction is. And yes, statistically, you're right. Women make up a tiny percentage of construction workers in this country. But knowing the statistic doesn't make living it any easier. Because what that means in practice, in the day-to-day reality of Jordan's life, is that she is always being watched, always being evaluated, always being held to a standard that her male colleagues simply do not have to think about. If a guy on that job site loses his temper, he's passionate. He's direct. He's just one of the guys blowing off steam. If Jordan loses her temper, she's emotional. She's difficult. She's not cut out for this. If a guy makes a mistake, it's a mistake. It happens. Move on. If Jordan makes a mistake, it becomes a story. It gets remembered. It gets repeated. She has to operate on a completely different level. She has to be twice as precise, twice as calm, twice as strategic. Not because she chose to, but because the environment demanded it. And Jordan? She adapted. She learned to keep her cool even when she was burning up inside. She learned to pick her battles. She learned to be smart about how she responded to disrespect, because the wrong reaction could cost her more than the disrespect itself ever would. This is the world Jordan lives in every single day. And on the day this story takes place, that world was about to test her in a way she hadn't quite experienced before. So here's how the morning starts. Jordan gets to the job site early, like she always does. 5th floor, wood framing, long day ahead. Before she even starts on her own tasks, she does something that honestly nobody asked her to do, but she does it anyway because she's just built like that. She collects all the ladders on the job site. Now y'all, on a construction site, ladders are constantly getting left behind. The crew works in one direction, moves up floor by floor as they finish, and half the time the ladders just get abandoned wherever someone last used them. It becomes a whole thing. People wasting time looking for ladders, people tripping over ladders, ladders getting in the way. Jordan, being the organized, efficient, let's just make this work type of person she is, she gathers every single ladder she can find, stacks them neat, organizes them by size, creates a clean communal pile on one side of the floor so that anyone who needs one can just walk over and grab it. She does this for the whole crew, not just herself, for everybody. Then she grabs her ladder, her personal 6-foot ladder, sets it up at her workstation, picks up her nail gun, and gets ready to start her day. But she realizes she's low on nails. Here's where the morning starts to shift. So Jordan has to make a run. Down to the Conics. That's the storage container at the base of the building where supplies are kept. 5 flights of stairs. She grabs 3 10-pound boxes of nails, 30 pounds total, and she hauls them back up. 5 flights. By herself. No complaints. She is sweating by the time she gets back to the 5th floor, breathing a little harder, arms burning from the boxes. She rounds the corner back to her workstation, and her ladder is gone. Pause. Just gone. The spot where she set it up, empty. Like it was never there. Jordan stops, looks around, checks to make sure she's in the right spot. She is. Checks to see if maybe someone moved it accidentally. Nope. Her ladder is gone. And it didn't take long to figure out where it went. Jordan scans the floor and spots him almost immediately. Let's call this guy Marcus. Marcus is one of those dudes who has been on job sites long enough to feel like the rules don't fully apply to him anymore. Not the worst guy in the world, but not someone who's gonna go out of his way to be considerate either. He's the type who takes shortcuts, figures everything works itself out, and genuinely does not think too hard about how his actions affect the people around him.
And right now,
Marcus is standing on Jordan's ladder, her 6-foot ladder, the one she set up at her own workstation before she went downstairs to haul 30 pounds of nails up 5 flights of stairs. Jordan walks over. She keeps her voice completely even. No attitude, no aggression, just a direct, straightforward question. Hey, why'd you grab my ladder? There's a whole pile of them right over there. She points across the room. The pile she organized herself not 30 minutes ago. 6, 7 ladders neatly stacked, right there, completely visible, maybe 40 feet away. Marcus looks over at the pile, looks back at Jordan, and shrugs. Why can't you just grab one from the pile?
y'all.
He said that, out loud, with his whole chest. Why can't you just grab one from the pile? Jordan stood there for a second, just processing, because what Marcus just said, on the surface it sounds like a reasonable question. But if you understand the context, if you understand the environment Jordan operates in every single day, that question is anything but reasonable. Because here's the thing. If Jordan had walked over and taken Marcus's ladder, the one he was actively using, the one he had set up at his station, while there was a pile of available ladders 20 feet away, she would have gotten absolutely destroyed for it. The foreman would have heard about it. The crew would have talked about it. It would have been, there goes Jordan, can't follow the basic rules of the site, doesn't respect other people's equipment. It would have followed her. But Marcus does it to her? Shrug. Why can't you just grab one from the pile? The double standard wasn't subtle. It wasn't hidden. It was just right there, in broad daylight, completely unbothered. Jordan felt that familiar heat rising in her chest. That tight, jaw-clenching, fist-closing kind of anger that she had learned over years to manage.
To control.
To not let show. She did not snap at Marcus. She did not make a scene. She nodded, turned around, walked to the pile, and grabbed another ladder. But inside, something had shifted. The decision had already been made. She just didn't know what it looked like yet. Jordan went back to her station, set up the new ladder, picked up her nail gun, started working. But her mind was not fully on the framing in front of her. It was turning. Quietly, methodically. See, here's what you gotta understand about Jordan. She's not a reactor. She doesn't blow up. She doesn't make emotional decisions in the heat of the moment. That's not her style, and honestly, given her environment, it can't be her style. She thinks. She observes.
She waits.
And as she worked, she thought about Marcus. About his tool bag, those heavy-duty pouches that construction workers wear around their waist. A proper tool belt, the kind Marcus had, is a serious piece of equipment. Multiple pockets, heavy-gauge material, rings and hooks for hanging a hammer and other tools. The whole thing clips and buckles around the waist like a belt, solid, sturdy, built to hold everything a worker needs throughout the day. And tool bags like that, they've got holes in them. Pre-existing holes for the belt hardware, for the hanging rings, for various attachment points. Holes that, if you wanted to, you could run a nail through, or a lag screw, or several. Jordan glanced over toward where Marcus had set his tool bag down, noted the exact spot, noted what was around it, noted the floor, wood framing, solid planks, plenty of material to anchor into. She looked at her nail gun. She looked at the box of lag screws in her kit, the big ones. 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch. The kind with coarse, aggressive threading that grips so hard you can't just yank them out. You have to unscrew them, thread by thread. She looked at the clock. Break was in about 45 minutes. Jordan smiled to herself, just barely, and went back to work. She was patient. She could wait. When break time came, the floor emptied out fast. That's how it goes on a construction site. Break is break. People peel off immediately. Some head down to their cars. Some go to the break area. The site goes from loud and chaotic to suddenly, weirdly quiet. Jordan watched her co-workers file out. Watched Marcus grab his water bottle and head toward the stairs. Watched the last few guys disappear around the corner. She did not follow them. Instead, she ducked into the porta-potty near the stairwell, pulled the latch, stood there in that tiny, hot, absolutely disgusting little plastic box and waited. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. She counted footsteps, listened for voices, waited until the floor above and below both went quiet. Then she came out. The 5th floor was empty. Just her, the lumber, the sawdust, the tools, and the distant sounds of the city way below. Jordan moved quickly, but calmly. No rushing. No panic. She walked directly to where Marcus had left his tool bag, right there on the floor, exactly where she'd clocked it earlier. She crouched down, examined the bag, identified the pre-existing holes, the belt hardware slots, the hanging rings, the attachment points. All right there, already built into the bag. She reached for her nail gun first, pressed the tip through one of the hanging rings, into the wooden floor beneath. Thwack. The nail bit through the ring, through the bag's attachment point, and sank deep into the wood. She repositioned. Thwack. Thwack. 2 more nails. Different points on the bag. Different angles. Each one using the holes that were already there, not punching through any new material, not damaging the bag itself, just anchoring it. Firmly.
Permanently.
Then she switched to the lag screws. The 4-inch ones first. Threaded through the wider holes. Twisted them in with the driver. Felt them bite deep into the wood, thread by thread, gripping harder with every rotation. Then the 6-inch. Then the piece de resistance, the 8-inch lags.
Big.
Heavy. Coarse threaded. The kind that doesn't just hold something in place. It commits. It says this is staying here. Period. She bent the tops over, just slightly, so they couldn't be backed out without a tool. Jordan stood up, stepped back, looked at Marcus's tool bag sitting there on the floor. From a distance, it looked completely normal. Just a tool bag, sitting where he left it. You wouldn't know anything was wrong until you tried to pick it up. And then, then you'd know. She picked up her tools, walked back to her station,
Sat down.
and waited for break to end. Y'all, I wish there was a camera on Marcus's face. I genuinely, deeply, from the bottom of my heart wish someone had been filming the exact moment break ended and Marcus walked back to his tool bag. Because here's what Jordan got to witness, from a perfectly normal, completely innocent distance, just a co-worker minding her own business, without ever tipping her hand. Marcus comes back onto the floor, grabs his water bottle, sets it down, does that thing where you reach down to grab your tool bag and clip it on, that totally automatic, muscle memory move that construction workers do 100 times a day without even thinking about it. He grabs the bag.
Pulls.
Nothing. He pulls again, harder this time, frowns at it, looks down, tries to lift it from a different angle. Still nothing. The bag isn't moving. At all. It is locked to that floor like it was installed there, like it was always meant to be part of the building. Jordan kept her eyes on her work, but she was watching. Oh, she was absolutely watching. Marcus crouched down, examined the bag, looked confused, tried pulling individual sections of it. Nothing. Tried unclipping the belt portion, got part of it loose, but the bag itself, the pouches, the main body, not going anywhere. He stood up, looked around the floor, a little embarrassed, trying to figure out if anyone was watching. Jordan did not make eye contact. She just worked.
Calm.
Focused. The picture of innocence. Marcus eventually had to get help. And even then, even with another guy crouching down and examining it, it took a minute for them to figure out what had happened. Because the nails and screws were threaded through existing holes. It wasn't obvious vandalism. It wasn't obvious sabotage. It just looked like, somehow, impossibly, his tool bag had fused with the floor. When they finally figured out what they were dealing with, lags and nails, multiple sizes, multiple anchor points, the reaction from the crew was not anger. It was laughter. Because on a construction site, pranks are a language. They're a tradition. They're how people communicate respect and belonging. A good prank, a clever one, a technically impressive one. That's not an attack. That's a compliment. And this one was genuinely, technically impressive. Nobody got hurt. Nothing got damaged. The tool bag was completely fine, just temporarily, hilariously, extremely effectively attached to the floor. The crew thought it was hilarious. Marcus, to his credit, eventually laughed too. Or, at least he performed laughing. Whether or not he was actually amused on the inside, Jordan couldn't say for sure. But here's the most beautiful part of this whole story. He never figured out it was her. Not that day. Not the next week. Not ever, as far as Jordan knows. She texted a mutual friend later to feel it out. Casual, no details, just a "Hey, did Marcus say anything about what happened today?" And the answer came back clear. He had no idea who did it. 0 suspects. 0 leads. 0 clue. Jordan just vanished back into the background. Just another coworker. Just another person minding their business on the 5th floor. The perfect crime. And the latter situation? Somehow, mysteriously, coincidentally, for absolutely no reason that anyone could specifically point to, Marcus never touched Jordan's equipment again. Funny how that works. Now, y'all, I want to take just a second here before we wrap up because I think this story is actually about something bigger than just a nail gun and a tool bag. Think about what Jordan was dealing with every single day. She showed up to that job site and worked harder than most people there. She organized the ladders. Nobody asked her to. She just did it because it was the right thing to do. She hauled 30 pounds of nails up 5 flights of stairs by herself without complaining. And in return, a co-worker took her ladder, looked her in the eye, and basically said the rules don't apply the same way to both of us, and we both know it, and there's nothing you can do about it. That kind of quiet, everyday disrespect, the kind that's small enough to deny, but large enough to sting, that's something a lot of people deal with. Not just in construction, in offices, in schools, in every environment where there's an unspoken hierarchy that benefits some people and disadvantages others. Jordan couldn't explode. She couldn't report it. She couldn't make it a whole thing, because in her environment, that would have hurt her more than it hurt Marcus. So she did what the most brilliant people do when the system won't protect them. She worked within it. She used her knowledge, her specific, technical, job site knowledge, to craft a response that was clever, harmless, proportionate, and deeply, deeply satisfying. She didn't damage anything. She didn't hurt anyone. She didn't even get caught. She just made her point, quietly, precisely, perfectly. And somewhere out there, Marcus still doesn't know. Reflective wrap-up. You know what I love most about this story? It's not even about revenge, really. Not at its core. It's about a woman who refused to be invisible, who refused to let the double standard slide by without consequence, even when she had to deliver that consequence completely in secret, with 0 credit, 0 recognition. She didn't do it for the applause. She did it because it was right, because the balance needed to be corrected. Because sometimes, when the world won't give you justice, you gotta get a little creative and build it yourself. Jordan didn't just nail that tool bag to the floor. She nailed the principle. And that is the most satisfying kind of revenge there is. End of the story. Wow. If this story had you heated and then hyped all at once, you already know what time it is. Smash that like button right now. Drop a comment and tell me, what would you have done in Jordan's situation? Would you have kept your cool like she did? Or would you have gone a different route? I genuinely want to know. Let's talk about it down below. And if you are not yet subscribed to American Sleep Tales, bro, what are you even doing? We drop 2 brand new stories every single day. Revenge stories, karma hits, wild workplace drama, relationship chaos. All of it every day right here. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and we will see you in the next one. Stay sharp, sleep tight, and remember, karma always finds a way. Victory and